Hey, what's good with y'all, man? Oops, something fell off. Anyway, what's good? What the? Hold up. What you doing, man? You got a crack rock in your mouth in the corner? Get the Duke, boy. But anyway, what's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Tick, aka Game Fanatic, the Michael Jordan the Game, and also the Rebel YouTube Underground. Hey, look, I told you I was going to do a part 3, but first thing I want to do is mention the last video that I made when I was talking about realism. Okay, somebody left a comment like, "Hey, man, I don't think bashing people's heads off is realistic." Look, when I bashed my dude and his head fell off, that was because that was a modded server. I know console guys aren't used to mods unless you play Call of Duty 4 and you see that the things are modded like crazy. In Modern Warfare 3, they had some mods where people had like the buttons as their name, but I know a lot of you guys aren't used to what modding is, so this is just a mod where your head comes off, your helmet comes off, and you get bashed or shot in the head sometimes, man. So it's a mod. It's not in the retail copy. But anyway, hold up. I used to be so good with a rifle. But anyway, this is part 2. Some things that I wanted to say to Infinity Ward and Treyarch and even Activision on what I think they could do to make Call of Duty fresh. Because the game is clearly dying. People are getting tired of it coming out yearly. And on top of that, people were saying that the game is rehashed. Even though I think they added stuff to the game and made it different, but you know, a lot of people are saying it's the same game. Even though those same people went from Battlefield 3 and went to Battlefield 4 and try to make it like Battlefield 4 is amazing. Even though Battlefield 4 is pretty much Battlefield 3.5, because they didn't add much to the game either. But they say that the game is fun to them or something, and it is. It's a good game. I'm not gonna hate, but I just like to call a ball, and strike a strike. They both didn't really add much. I think Call of Duty added more, to be honest with you, but it's whatever. Ooh, I gave both of them to Duke, though. But anyway, so let's get this started. All right, first suggestion to make Call of Duty fresh is the story, man. The war, okay? The genre of the war should be in, or not the genre, but the war year or whatever, I think it should be, you know, a realistic war, a war that has happened in the past. And I was watching BG's video. He spoke about this. He was talking about how the old Call of Duties were in real wars, and the story was so great because they were about guys who really answered to the call of duty in a war that really existed. And on top of that, you learn a lot about history. And it was true. Like, playing these World War II games were amazing. I mean, the original Call of Duty up to Call of Duty 2 and 3 were just amazing. It was like you were really fighting in World War II. And then you, oh, that's my favorite map, Caratan, man. I love this map. But yeah, it was like you were fighting in World War II for real. And yes, I know this looks very familiar. If you played Call of Duty 4, you might remember a map called Chinatown, which is right here, which was a rehashed version of Caratan. As you can see, very rehashed. You know, Infinity Ward does that. You know, they'll put out a rehashed map and call it new and make it look different. Treyarch does it too. But anyway, it made you feel like you were really in a war. And I remember there was a game I played, I forgot what it was called, but it was a game in Vietnam, which was a very fun game because it felt like you were actually in Vietnam. So I believe they should do the same with Call of Duty. Stop with all this modern warfare nonsense and this futuristic warfare, because alright, these stories going against Russia is getting annoying to me. I'm tired of going against Russia and China. Can we get a real war that actually happened? Okay, so how about, you know, you guys choose Vietnam? I'm not sure if you guys really did a Vietnam war. I mean, Black Ops could have been it, but all I remember is that Mexican song and stuff, so I don't even know where it took place. But how about we do Vietnam, or we do the Gulf War, something that happened in real life, and have actual like elements of the war in the game, like where they actually fought, where the crazy, like, get some crazy stories from soldiers and have that fight go down in the game, and then like have a backstory about it. Like, how about y'all do that? Because it actually pulls you into the story more. So I would enjoy that. Second thing Call of Duty needs to do is add vehicles back. Vehicles need to be put back in the game, man. I know a lot of people say they hate vehicles. They like to just keep it close quarters. Vehicles and big maps got to be back in the game. The reason is because it makes the game more versatile. You have people that play close quarters, and you have people that play big maps with vehicles. So that's why I like Battlefield more, because Battlefield, I have two different decisions I could take. If I want to play close quarters, I'll play Team Deathmatch or Conquest Domination, which was from the close quarters DLC. If I want to play big maps, I'll play Large Conquest. And if I want vehicles, same thing, Large Conquest or Rush, because those are the ones that give you the big maps with vehicles. And it just adds more fun. So this will help because you'll have, like I said, it'll be more versatile. You'll also bring in two different crowds. You're bringing guys who like close quarters. You're bringing guys who like the big maps and vehicles. So you have 2 different guys, and you can add different playlists, man. You can have a close quarters playlist like Battlefield, or you can have a vehicles playlist, or you can have one that has a mixture. Another thing, man, you know I can't stress this anymore, man, but the realism has to come back, man. Realism has to come back. When you shoot somebody in the head, they need to die in 1 shot. That way it eliminates head glitches. Also, take those perks. Take those perks out the game. Perks can go away. You can keep the kill streaks, but keep realistic seeming kill streaks, man. like airstrikes and things like that. Those can all stay. But you can keep the kill streaks, but get rid of the perks, man. I really hate perks. I don't like perks whatsoever. It's something I think don't need to be in the game at all. But yeah, man, bring the vehicles and stuff back. Another thing, man, destructibility has to be in the game. We're going to next gen. It's 2013. We're heading to 2014. We're heading to next gen. Battlefield has already been doing destructibility for like 5 years now. It's time to play catch up, Infinity Ward and Activision, man. We need destructibility. Now you can keep the same engine, the gameplay engine, because the gameplay engine is great in this game. Like the fluidity of the movement is still best out of all first-person shooters. But you can add another engine on top of it that's destructibility. And I've seen this before because Madden has 2 different engines. They have the regular engine they've been using with the gameplay, then they added a physics engine on top of it. And by the way, this is Call of Duty 3. To show how they still have vehicles from United Offensive all the way up to Call of Duty 3 and even World at War, even though I hated World at War. And the reason I hated World at War is because the weapons made no sense, man. Use legit weapon stats. If a weapon is supposed to do a lot of damage, make it do a lot of damage. If it's supposed to be accurate, make it be accurate. Don't just randomly pick stats for them, you know, and stuff like that, because that's what turned me off from World at War. When I saw that the MP40 did more damage than the Thompson, when I know that the Thompson uses a 45 caliber bullet and the MP40 only used a 9mm, that's something wrong, son. And the Thompson sprayed faster, and it was less accurate than the MP40. The MP40 was supposed to be more accurate because it shot at a slower pace, so it had less recoil. So yeah, we gotta get those gun stats right. Another thing, man, certain factions need to have certain weapons. Also, you should be able to choose what faction you want to be instead of just randomly being put on one. Also, put vote to kick on the game, because there's been times I've been playing Search and Destroy. There's been a knucklehead that'll step away from the game for about 5 minutes, and we end up losing because he's the only one left and he doesn't do anything when there's one guy left, and that's annoying. So put vote to kick back in there. Plus, it'll eliminate the knuckleheads that act stupid and try to troll people. So add vote to kick back in the game. Also, for the PC, make it so you can have servers. I mean, 9 versus 9 is weak for the PC. Call of Duty 4 had servers where you had like 32-man rooms and 40-something man rooms. Can we have that back for the PC? It's powerful enough to run it. Bring it back to the PC. Even the next-gen consoles are able to do so. So have it so you can have servers, but still have it so you can have those regular lobbies that have the automatic time chosen and stuff like that. So that way you won't be playing in a room with like 50-something minutes and like some weird, odd, high number of kills that you have to get. You feel me? So that'll be something that you can add to the game also. Another thing I want to talk about, what was it? I hate when I do this and I forget. Shoot. What was it? All right, I talked about weapons. I talked about vehicles. Oh, yeah. Like Battlefield, certain classes. Now, Call of Duty 3 had this class that you had certain classes. You had engineer, medic, and all that stuff. How about we bring that back, man? Have guys that can med people, have guys that can fix up, you know, vehicles and things like that. You did it with Call of Duty 3, and I thought Call of Duty 3 was amazing because of that. How about you bring it back? I don't know where it died off and why it died, but that was such a great idea to take from Battlefield. And it'll help you compete better with Battlefield, to be honest with you. I mean, some people will say it's biting, but hey, you know, a lot of people take from a lot of games, and Battlefield took a lot from Call of Duty, so either way, both games will be biting off of each other. So I think you should add that back to the game. But I think that's all I can think of. There's something I'm sure I'm missing, but I remember it, and I'll probably say it in the next commentary. But anyway, leave some comments and feedback on how you feel about my things that I said should be in the game. I really think they should be in there. So let me know how you feel about my ideas, man. But this is your boy Tick, aka Game Fanatic, and I hope the devs are listening. My channel is bigger now, so it should get a little bit more bump. But I'm gonna be gone.